Hi everybody, I hope you are fine, you are watching this video. Today we are going to talk about the passive form. What is passive? You know that we have two sentences, active and passive sentences in English. And before that, I want to explain that we are going to use Think B1 book for this unit. This is for 11th grade students, but also all the students who want can watch this video. If you have book, Think B1 book, you can open unit 9 pages 86 and 89 if I'm right. One by one I'm going to explain, but if you have book it's better to open it, take note. If you don't have, you can follow from here, you can follow, you can check the video, you can watch again, understand your mistakes. If you don't understand some parts, again you can watch, and I hope that it's going to be useful for you. So now we are going to talk about passive tense. First I want to talk a little about what is active sentence and then how we can change it to passive sentence. What is active sentence? Active sentence is a sentence that everything, for example, subject, object, verb, all of them are clear. For example, I said that I made a pizza yesterday. Yes, I is our subject, made is our verb, pizza is our object. But in passive sentences, it's not important that who made it, who made it. It means that the person, the subject who did something here is not important for us. In active sentences, it should be clear everything, but in passive sentences, really, it's not important. One by the examples, you will understand better. And for also passive, we have present simple, past simple, past perfect, present perfect. In this unit, we are going to talk about present simple, past simple, present continuous, and present perfect also. But here, let's start with present simple and past simple. First, I want to pay attention to this rule part. Look at here, we want to understand how we can change active sentence to passive here. So, form the passive with the verb to be. Yes, what is verb to be? Am, is, are, you know, are to be verbs for present simple, and was verb for past simple. They are to be verbs. To have plus the past participle. Pay attention. In the passive sentences, just we need to be, I'm talking about present simple. For example, when I said that I made something today, when we want to change it to passive, object is our something. Yes, something is changed by me. It's not important in the sentence if you write by me or not. You can write it in a, for example, a paragraph, or it's not important. You cannot write it. It's up to you if you want or not. So, to be verb means here, am, is, are, to have plus past participle. Pay attention, all the time in the passive form, we are not using past simple. Just past participle means third form of the verb here. So, we use the passive when we want to use. When, in some cases, we use passive sentences. When, for example, when just action is important for us. For example, what happened? I said that I bought something yesterday. Yes, the action is important. What is action? Buying something. Yes, this is important. It's not important. I bought it, my mother bought it, my friends, whoever. It's not important. Just the action that is buying something is important. And also it's, look at here, as I told you, to focus on the action and not person. So here I want to say that the person here totally is not important for us. Because of that I say you can write it or not, it's up to you. So is it important for us who does or did the action? No, it's not important. So I'm going to put this one. It's not important who does or did the action. We want or don't want to focus on the action. We want to focus. So here, who did it or who does it is not important. But here, we want to focus the action. So in passive sentences, action is important. In active sentences, both of them. Action and the person. And we know or don't know who does or did the action because it's not important for us. So we don't know who does. Sometimes in some sentences, we know who did it or who does it. But in some sentences, we really don't understand. Just the passive sentences told me something about the action. So, come here, one by one. By these examples, you are going to understand it. Again, I told you, if you have book, please open it, check it again. I know some of you have the answers in the book. If you don't have, write them. If you have it, again, you can just look and check. We are going to review it because most of you, I know that forget everything. You are at home now. Maybe you have some problems. You forget all the grammar. It's better to check. But if you are new students, you don't have the book, you can check from here. So look at here. We are going to complete the sentences with just present simple here. Now we are going to talk about present simple. What is present simple? I hope that everybody knows present simple. Something that happens regularly. Yes, for example, I buy these things. I go to school. My mother listens to music. These are present simple tense. Yes, not continuous. Something that regularly we do it. So, present simple passive or past simple passive. And past simple, you know that we have regular, irregular verbs, some of them ed, some of them the verb change. So one by one, I think by the examples you will understand better. So first one, every year hundreds of films are made in Hollywood. Look at here, because here just we are going to use passive in the sentences, not active. Every year hundreds of films are made in Hollywood. Here we don't know by whom. By some, for example, people, by some directors, yes. So what do you think? What is the active sentence of this one? Active sentence should be like this. For example, lots of directors or lots of people made hundreds of films every year. This is our here. Look at here. Our directors or people's our subject, yes. Made is our verb, and here hundreds of films is our object, yes. So here what are we going to do to change it to passive sentences? Here we need just our object. Hundreds of films is our object. This is important. The subject, that people, director, whoever, is not important for us. So here object, here is our verb, yes. Made, change to are made here, yes, in Hollywood. So our verb in the sentence should be present simple. Why? Because for making it passive, as I told you here, look at here, we need to be verb plus past participle, yes. It means because our sentences is present simple, we change it with am, is, are. But if it's past, so in past it changed, the verb is made, for example. In the passive form we write was or verb plus made. But here because we have are made, it shows that our active sentence is present simple. And look at number one. It was interesting work, but she very much money. What is the answer? She wasn't paid. It was. Look at here, sentence start with past simple, yes. Here we have was. So it shows us that also active sentence is past simple. But she wasn't paid very much money. So our sentence is passive, yes. Was in the negative form is wasn't. Yes, you know, was very negative form, just not is coming. And the past participle of pay is paid. Yes, pay, paid, paid. Past simple and past participle, both of them same. So this is our passive sentence. And now come to number two. Tigers not found in Africa. What is the answer? Look at here. Tigers are not found in Africa. Like this. This is not found. Normally, what do you think? For example, this is our passive sentence. But if we want to think about active sentences, what it can be? Tigers are not found in Africa by, for example, local people there. So the active sentences should be there. The local people don't find tigers in Africa. Yes, this is our active sentence. But when we want to change it, because our active sentences is don't find, yes, present simple. So when we want to change it to active, it changed to are not found. Am, is, are to be verb plus past participle. This novel write 100 years ago. What does it show to you? 100 years ago means past time, yes, not now. So what are we going to write here? What is the answer? Look at here, was written. Because here it shows us that the sentence is about past time, past simple, 100 years ago. So here we need, for making passive, we have to write was or were. Why was? Because this novel is just one novel, yes? For one novel, we need just was here. If here we have these novels, for example, more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these novels were written. But here, because just we have one, we should write was written. And number 4, lots of new websites designed especially for small children. Here, what do you think? We should write past simple passive or present simple? Look at the answer here. We have are designed. Are designed for this answer. Why? Because normally we talk about something that regularly lots of websites. Yes, every day lots of websites are designed. Who design? It's not important for us. Specialists, the people who are working for, who are, for example, what? They are special people for designing websites. They are engineers, yes? For example, hardware, software engineers. They are designing. It's not important who is designing. It's important that lots of new websites are designed. Here again are websites, more than one. We have S here, yes? It makes it plural. So are designed especially for small children. And number 5, when, this is question form, yes? Question form. When the Mona Lisa paint. We know that who painted Mona Lisa? Is it important? Now here it's not important for me who painted Mona Lisa. Just I want to make the right sentences for passive form. So when was the Mona Lisa painted? We know that Mona Lisa every day is not painting. It's something that somebody painted in the past. So because of that, and Mona Lisa is just one painting, yes? So we need to write when was the Mona Lisa painted here. And number 6, in the USA, the president every 4 years. Who is going to choose a president? People is choosing, yes? It's not important. We can write here, for example, in the USA, the president, for example, is chosen every 4 years by people. You can write it or not. Here, this is not important for us. So, president is chosen because we are talking about something that every 4 years, every year, every 6 months is happening. So, here it shows us when we have every in sentence, you know that our sentence is present simple for active one. So, for passive also, we have to write here is chosen because president is just one person. And again here we have question form. Look at here. Ask to help with the party. So, what is here? Were you asked to help with the party? Why? Because it's about the party. We know that now present continuous is not, yes? So, it's not present simple. For present simple, if it's present simple, we should have every year, every week, every day, for example, every Saturday. We don't have. So it shows us that it's something about the past, yes? Were you asked to help with the party? Who? Again, it's not important. Just we want to understand what is the action helping. Here, help is important for us because our action is help. And number 8, why permission not give for the party? Again, what is this? Again, it's about the past because now we don't have party, yes? So it shows us that it's something about the past. Why wasn't permission given for the party? Look at here, our verb is negative here, not give. So here we should write wasn't permission given for the party, yes? So come here, I want to know, check that if there is another activity for this part. So now we are going to page, this is page 86, yes? Let me check. Yes, so now I'm going to page 89. Yes, page 89 about present continuous and present perfect. So, we talked about passive, present simple and past simple, yes? Now we are going to talk about present continuous and present perfect. For present simple, what did we do? To be were plus past participle. Yes, and is are plus past participle. For past simple also we write was, were plus past participle. So How we can change the passive for present continuous and present perfect? Look at this part. The passive is formed using the verb to be plus the past participle of the main verb for all the passive form. But now what about present continuous and present perfect? For the present continuous passive like sentences 2 here, sentence 2, then I will talk about it as sentence 3. And for the how we make it, look at here, it's important for us using is, are, being plus past participle. I want to make an example. What is the present continuous? For example, I am buying something now. Yes, am is, are plus ing. This is my present continuous. Or what am I doing now? I am teaching English. What is action? Teaching English. By whom? By me. But it's not important. I should write that English is being taught by a teacher. Yes? So, action that teaching English is important for us, not who taught it. Maybe, yes, me, for example, maybe other teacher, maybe I don't know, the other person, it's not important. So, for changing the present continuous, we use is, are, being, past participle. And what about present perfect? What is present perfect? Have, has, plus past participle. Yes, for example, I have bought this thing. Yes, I have bought a bread. I have bought a pizza. So, a pizza, look at here, has or have been bought. When we want to change present perfect to passive form, we have to write have, has, but in the middle we need to add a been plus past participle. So, look at here, I want to show the answers to you. Many jobs have been replaced by machines. Yes, what is our this? This is present perfect. Yes, present perfect passive. Why? Because we have here, been, and past participle. But number 2, newspaper pages are being put together. Are being plus our verb. Yes, like here, are being plus past participle. You know that past participle is put is same. Put. It's a exceptional. And a gas lamp is being lighted by a lamplighter. Again, is, being, and past participle. And here a lot of computer software has been designed. Has been, like here, plus past participle. So, by these examples, part 2, I'm sure that you are going to understand it. Look at here. Now again, we are going to write present continuous passive or present perfect passive. For the last 30 years, the internet has been used by people. Why here we use has been? Why present perfect? Because it's not finished, yes? You know that present perfect is something that started in the past, but still now, still today, still tomorrow, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago it's going to use. So because of that, internet all over the world is using internet, yes? And it's not going to finish today, tomorrow, or for example next week. It's going to continue. So here we need to use has been used, has been past participle. New machines designed all the time. What is the answer here? Are being designed. Here we use present continuous. Why? Because at this moment, all the time, for example, tomorrow at this moment, now at this moment, it's going to be designed, yes? Because of that, here we need to write present continuous passive form, are, being, and past participle. So, number 2. Since 1950, lifts operate by the people who get in them. So, what do you think? In my opinion, here we have to write present perfect. Let's check the answer. Yes, exactly. Have been operated. Why? Because since 1950, it's not finished. Yes, lifters every day operating. Yes, every day some new lifters, new methods are operated. So, because it's not finished, we need present perfect. And because here we need to write passive form, so we are going to write have plus been. Why have, not has? Because more than one. Lifts, 2, 3, 4 have been operated by the people. And number 3, a lot of new medicines developed in the last 50 years. Look at here. Again, present perfect. Why? Because from 50 years ago, lots of new medicines have been developed, and maybe next 20 years, maybe 10 years, maybe next week also, because of this virus, you know that every day new medicines are developing. So a lot of new medicine have been developed and it's not going to finish. It's going to continue. So we need here again present perfect passive. At the moment, look at here, a sentence started beginning with the at the moment, means right now. So it shows that our sentence is present continuous. At the moment, thousands of new cars, what we are going to use, are being built. Yes? Are being built. Why? Because our sentence is present continuous, so we need to write am is are plus being plus past participle, yes? And cars are more than one, so we need are being built. That much easy. And number 5. From January 1st until now, billions of mobile phone calls, what do you think, have been made, yes? From 1st of January or January 1st, yes, until today, and it's not finishing. Something started in the past, but it's not finished. So we need to write have been made. Present perfect simple. Why? Calls again, mobile phone calls, more than one, so have been made. If there is just mobile phone call, means one, so I should write mobile phone call has been made. And you know that past participle of make is made. Make, made, made. I hope that everybody knows past participle of all the verbs. You really need to know them because you have to write. So you have to know if you don't know the also past participle form of the verb, you have to check the workbook of this book or not. In the other videos, I will write all of them for you. And this new plane tests over 200 times. You know that when we are talking about times, means how often something happens. It means that over 200 times it shows that our sentence is present perfect simple. So here we have to write has been tested. Why? Because this new plane, one plane, we need here has been tested over 200 times, and it's going to be more than this. So today's lesson is going to finish. We talked about the passive tenses, 4 passive tenses, and I hope that it was useful, enjoyable for you. In the other lessons, we are going to talk about something else. Thanks for watching and listening this video.